sense, I might pay you.
Make it make sense, come on, make it, baby. Make it make sense, come on, make it, make it, make it, make it. Make it make sense, come on, make it, baby. Make it, baby. Make it make sense, come on, make it, make it.
What's good, y'all? Let's Make Sense of It podcast. We are back for another week. And like we always say,
the truth you don't want, but you definitely need it.
You definitely need it. I go by the Bo Vance.
And I'm Ash.
And we are back again. Like always, follow us on Instagram. Let's Make Sense of It _ Let's Make Sense of It _ If you are watching us right now on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you turn on those notifications. And if you are listening to us on any of your listening platforms, Apple, Spotify, etc., make sure you subscribe. Make sure you turn those notifications when all the new episodes drop. Before we get started,
we have to shout out our sponsor.
we're going to tell you about Love Jones Wine.
We are brought to you by Love Jones Wine. It is a refreshing and sophisticated taste made of organic wine and Caribbean rum and freshly picked fruit. It's a drink that will satisfy every taste bud. So as much as we love the watermelon splash, and we talked there about it since we got sponsored because it's really good, they do have other wines. They signature red, they signature white, and their rosé, and as well as their sangria. So all my wine drinkers, you know, the pandemic, the liquor store was closed. Y'all should still be enjoying that wine. So, you know, go out and buy it. They do have their quad and their trio packs, which you get the variety of different flavors that they offer, as well as their mini trio. So, you know, you want to take it on an airplane or you just want to bring it into an event. You know you're not supposed to be carrying a big bottle. You know, check out Love Jones Wine. Also, go to their website, lovejoneswine.com, and type in the word SENSE as our promo code. It is SENSC, just to get a little discount. Not a whole lot of discount. You know how y'all be sometimes. But it's a little discount. You know, help out our family, okay? Thank you.
Love Jones Wine, a cocktail made for you. So, this week, we are back. And we are not just back, you know. We had some technical difficulties last time, you know. Shit happens. You know what I'm saying? That's all right. We honest with her. Listen, man, we honest with her. We had some technical difficulties, but you know, the thing about being a creator, you can always pivot. You know what I'm saying? We got a whole new set of questions, whole new set of everything. So we have some special guests in the building. First, like I said, you might catch them slinging trash cans during the day, slinging bars at night, or you might catch them in the group chat. And we talk about that later. And you got the stay in low specialist over there, the Mr. the shit talker. We got Stylez, we got Ski, President Nixon, and Stylez in the building. My bad. My bad. There we go. Stylez and President Nixon in the building, and we also have Genius over there. We can't forget about him. He over there in the cut. We over in the cut. We gonna get to him. So first of all, fellas, how are you?
Oh man, staying low. Like he's
Can't complain at all. Highly blessed.
Yes. Hey man, that's always good. So first of all, yeah, Happy New Year's and all that good stuff.
Happy New Year.
So first, let's start it off this way. Who is C Stylez? Who is President Nixon? Let's start there.
Oh man, C Stylez. Oh man, heavyweight bar spitter. You know, I just be trying to spit, talk my shit or whatever, you know what I mean?
Boy, talk into that mic right there.
My fault, my pause.
Pause.
Hey, yo, you're not doing this.
But no, yeah, man, I've been doing this shit probably for like, 17 years or whatever. Just been doing this on and off, but really probably focused on this shit probably like the last 10 years, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know how many projects I got right now. At this point, probably like 5.
Right.
Like 5 or 6 or something like that. But I got other joints that I did in the past that's not on platforms and all that. It's on, go back to the CD situation, go back to the CD era and all that. But yeah, I've been doing this for a little minute, man. I've just been trying to grow, grab the, the attention of certain people or whatever, and keep it moving, like, got going.
Who's President Nixon?
President Nixon, I'm President Nixon. I'm number one. I'm a father. I keep that high. Mm-hmm. But as President Nixon, I'm a producer, I'm a writer, of course, bar specialist, engineer, all things technical. I've been doing it just as long as Stylez, a little bit longer. I got maybe 10 projects on streaming right now, maybe more.
Right.
More probably unreleased stuff than that, but I've been just grinding, man. Like I got a good fan base. I got a single that's like probably like almost at 100,000 right now. Hot Girl Summer. Just grinding, man. Like, you know,
All right, so
staying low.
Let's staying low specialist. All right, so let's take it back to the beginning. So how long have each of you been rapping? Let's start there.
Man.
And how did you get your start with rapping?
Yeah, I'm gonna say about 17, 18 years now. It really just I always used to write. I used to write poetry and shit like that when I was a little younger or whatever. And like as far as rap, I got like motivated from my homies or whatever that was rapping around me or whatever. And then I went to college. I went to Cheney for a year. You know,
HBCU.
For sure. Yeah, man. Shout out to the Wolves. Yeah, man. But I went to college for a year or whatever, and I came home like one of them weekends, and I had a rap. I had like, I don't even know how many bars at that time. I didn't even know how to count bars.
Right.
To be honest with you, I mean, so I spit a rap for my man or whatever, and he was like, "No, that joint was like, all right, bro." I'm like, "Don't cap me up, have me out this
Right.
joint." Well, no, he like, "No, like that joint." Like, I'm like, "All right." So I rapped for the homies on the block. They was like, "Oh shit!" Like I wasn't expecting that. I'm like, "Oh yeah, that was the battery in my back from there on. That was
Right.
the battery in my back." Like I mean, I just kept going from there, and just ever since then I've been doing that shit. Like man, like just doing the mixtapes, and I did a lot of group. I was in a group, BK Boys or whatever, Burke Street, Burke's Kings. We had a lot of projects. We probably did like, 7 projects, seven mixtapes, CDs, in probably like a 3-year span. Yeah, man. And from there, I kind of fell back a little bit because it didn't move how we wanted it to move or whatever. And then that's when I linked up with Ski and our other man KP. Shout out to KP. And we started doing the Big 3 situation, whatever, and kept it moving since then. Like I've been staying on my grind.
Then.
Yeah,
Right.
Sure.
What about you, Ski? How do you get started with rapping and everything?
I got started. My older cousins was rapping before me. They kind of forced me into it, like before in our technical difficulties episode.
Right.
They kind of forced me to. Like I got like shot with like BB guns and shit like that. So
Right.
That's hard.
I know, right?
Make an episode, childhood traumas.
Yeah, right. Like I got PTSD tied to this shit.
Right.
But it wasn't really a thing of mine. I was a hooper. Like so, like I mean, but I got into it. I started liking it. I was like always like heavy. Like first, I started like battling. Like I was battling, so I was battling like some of y'all, like some of the city's favorite rappers and shit, like Meek and a bunch of other people, NH and D Jones and a bunch of people, whatever. So from there. I just kept going. Like I had some label situations that I turned down, and look at me now. So yeah, like I mean, I just been grinding. Like ever since then, like just keeping it pushing.
Right. So you used to battle rap. I didn't know that. So you
Yeah.
used to be a battle rapper. So
Yeah.
what? Coming from the battle rap thing, how was the transition going from battle rapping to making a song?
All right, so this was the easy. Let me take this one first. 'Cause he was a battle rapper longer than I was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
didn't know
I'm
that.
gonna let him get like. But for me, it was easy because my older cousins, they forced me to make songs. They like, no, fuck that. Like that ain't really going. What's that gonna equate to?
Right.
Like, if you want to be an artist, you gotta. This when we was writing 3/16s. Like nowadays it's 2/12s. That's a whole lot of bars missing from 3/16s. So it was back then like this how you write a hook. You know what I mean? Like so from all that, like way back then I was still a teenager perfecting writing songs.
Right.
Now it's like, you know, Stylez comes to me for a beat. There's a hook on there with it, like the work done, but half the work done for you, my nigga. Just go kill your 212s if you got to now at this point. You know what I mean, like so. Yeah, now I'll let Stylez explain more.
So Stylez used to battle rap too?
Yeah, man, that was really my lane at first. That's why I used to love that shit because it was like, it wasn't like the battle rap now, like where you got to do your homework. You get in a certain amount of time. You got to do your homework. And you find out about a nigga elementary school. He got socked and all that type of shit. Like, it was just you come straight to the battle with your best raps, and you go straight on head on with whoever you're going against or whatever. Yeah. And I had a couple of John. I had the most known John that I had was me and Still. From Headshot Records or whatever back in the day and all that. It was a lot with that. I'm gonna say that it didn't come out when it was supposed to, because I feel like because they didn't want to give me no clout. It was like that's their guy. Right. So it was like, all right, he really, he was talking that shit, and he got his crowd on his side, like type shit, like, so they ain't really, I ain't think they would not, and not shout out to Still too, because he cool boy or whatever, like, but they ain't want to give me no clout, so I had to really force them to put that joint out, like, yo, where's the footage at? It didn't come out till years later or whatever, but that was like probably my most famous battle of all, but I used to really do that shit like that. That was my thing, like, we going anybody hood, or if somebody come to my hood, that type of shit, like, I'm talking my shit and I'm right at them, like, I don't really think I ever lost the battle. Shit, like, I don't
all right, so now break down my side rules multimedia, so break that down.
My side rules multimedia. It's just a transition, a rebrand from my old situation of FDOS from the other side. Just more marketable, and then what we are doing besides music, we want to do more content. So if it's Stylez and Genius, they do podcasting, they do all type of other things. Like, I still do other productions. I do movies. We do movies. We do short series. Like, we do everything. So instead of us just focusing all on music, which is still like majority of the play, we want to bring everything to the table with it. Right. Like, so instead of just being like, all right, we got some music videos or we got some promo vids or something like that, we want to have more content for other artists or other creators to have a platform just as well as us. So we want to help push everything. Right.
Now, Genius over there. Yes, sir. So how are you a part of this whole situation right here?
As I said before on the
technical difficulty,
the technical difficulty segment. Stylez, like, I'll tell you a funny story. So, and this is before I met Stylez. We initially quote unquote met on Twitter. We would, trade little, music or whatever. And then when the day we actually met, like, I gave him like a beat, like an instrumental, actually CD.
Right.
And we just hit it off. We was busting it up, and he asked me to be a host on his podcast, and then, we just developed this friendship, this bond, and then he introduced me to Ski, and it was like we all knew each other for years.
Right.
Like, it happened organically. So when they're doing projects, when they're doing music, whether mixtapes or whatever, like, I'm always sitting in on, sessions and giving my input and how just little things. Like, I'm not a technical person as far as when it comes to, like, I love music, like, I have an ear for music, but I'm not, what he is, like, with the technical aspect, and I'm not what he is as the rapper.
Right.
But what I bring to the table is something that I feel like is as valuable as actually what they do, but I guess more so just from a different vantage point.
Right.
And we bounce ideas off each other. Yeah, it just works.
Right.
Yeah, it just works.
Yeah, it definitely does.
It works.
I remember that CD actually. I think I remember, like, the main beats that I wanted to do off that joint was It was a Dr. Dre joint. I can't remember exactly what beat.
That shit had like 30 instrumentals on it, though.
But you put it on Twitter. You said, "Yo, I got this instrumental CD." I'm like, "Dog, I need that joint." I forgot. Well, it was a Jay-Z beat.
That's back when I used to just give music away.
Right.
Like I would hit people on Twitter like, "Yo, whoever wants so and so, you can just holler at me and it's yours."
Lyrical exercise. Lyrical exercise. That was the beat that was on it. I said I needed that.
I used to do that all the time.
Just give music away?
Yeah. I still do it sometimes. Just randomly, if I say, like, if I get something that I feel is valuable to whoever may want it, whether rappers, whether, creators, whatever, like, I'll just give it away.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. All right. Well, so we'll get back to that. So for those first time listening, we usually do themes of the show. So I think this week we're going to go with put your pride to the side. I think that's going to be the theme of this show. We're going to have a bunch of topics, a bunch of questions surrounded around that. But the first question I'm going to ask is going to be completely off topic. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's going to be completely off topic because I want to ask this one first. So who has more options? Who has more options when it comes to dating? Deadbeat fathers or single mothers?
Deadbeat fathers.
Think so?
What?
Why?
More options?
Who has more options? Yes.
Fathers.
Single mothers. For
Bullshit.
Sure.
Go ahead. You want to go ahead? You want to go first, Ash? Go ahead.
No, I want him to explain.
Me?
Yep.
Single mothers, because listen, I'm gonna keep it OAG. When you, all right, I'm gonna take real N words out of the category. When you a female, you get who you want. Men get who they can.
Actually, I think it's the opposite. I think it's the opposite. I think men get who they want. Women settle for who they can get. Because a man could get whoever. A man.
It depends on the female.
Yeah, most chicks can't get the nigga they want.
Why not?
I don't think they can.
Because the nigga they want might not.
Because the nigga they want might not want them.
I think it's the other way around. I think only way I see that being a little bit true is because, and this is not no disrespect to the ladies or whatever, but I think they be reaching too fucking high. So of course, I mean, you got 10,000 of them want Chris Brown.
Right.
Sorry.
I'm talking within your means, not on no shit like he's saying, like breezy, but within your means, the guys that you want, like that's in your, what you should think that's like in your attraction bracket, you should be able to get them. Like as far as confidence, like if I wasn't in my situation, like in my relationship, I feel as though if I wanted who I wanted, I can back
the guy can get, but that's what I'm saying.
It's the same as the female. If it's a bad female, like, and she doing what she doing, she top tier and she handling her business and everything right, she should be able to have her confidence out, like, I could bag you if I wanted you. Like,
true, but she might not always get them.
Make you feel small,
right? But before we get too far off, go ahead. I want you to explain why you think deadbeats
what? Because it ain't nothing like a female out here loving a deadbeat dad. Oh my God. He can simply say the words, "Oh, she don't let me see my kids." Oh, or my kids is my life and da-da-da. Like everything is my kids, but it's just like I want to know like what your kids' allergies are. Do you know those? Like, do you got Pampers and formula at your house, or every time you get the baby or the kids, she got to pack it in the bag and you got to take it with you?
See, that's because she's still in love with the bum, though.
No, bro, no.
Like if he a bum, she's still in love with him.
There are a lot of women dating bums before there is a man out here just dating anybody.
They didn't break the mold.
Like dating anybody. That's the thing, dating anybody. But it's the simple fact, like a man can do what he want to do. Is that at the end of the day, but if he's actually like dating somebody, like that's easier than a woman is trying to date somebody, because that man might see like she got 3 or 4 kids and he like, damn,
a real one ain't tripping with no kids.
This might be a generational thing.
You think so?
I think it is. It absolutely is. It's a generational because how they're saying is like how like I can hear a couple other guys say that, but
that's equivalent.
They not thinking it.
That's equivalent to the dudes being like, man, she got a little bit of stomach. I don't think she like my niggas. Stop playing with me.
Yeah, most niggas don't care about that.
But there are niggas out here that don't like that.
Niggas don't care about them 3-4 kids. If you handling your business, you got 3-4 kids. You got 3-4 kids. They don't need nothing.
Some
they
of
don't
them,
want nothing.
some of them putting up a facade just because you got them 3 or 4 kids, and they like, oh, that's I ain't
They
worried
try
about
to hit.
But that's
that.
a
I ain't worried about
bum-ass
that, and then
nigga.
they get what they get, and then that's it. Fuck them kids.
You need to upgrade your standards.
I'm about to say
That's
that.
when you need to upgrade your
That's- I'm
standards.
about to say
Because
that.
that tier of niggas ain't for you.
I'm about
That
to
is
say,
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta. That's what he said. What he said, because I feel like a lot of females don't have a good judge of character when it comes to guys. I think that's part of the problem. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, they be trying to.
Men don't
Yeah.
either.
Yeah,
A lot of men want a mom
men don't.
and don't realize they want a mom.
Yeah, that's facts.
Yeah. They want a mom, they don't want a
mom, and they don't realize they want a
You gotta
mom.
know what you want before you want a person.
And that's
Like,
part of the problem. Most people don't even know what the fuck they want. They might tell you, oh, I want this, I want this, I want that, and then it'll be 30 different things. You be like, you want this, but you want that. Like, make up your mind. You can't even tell you what you want. Yeah.
Right,
This
that's
is
the
kind of
difference.
relating, but it's not. So
We went off topic again.
maybe like 10 years ago, like I was working with a lot of women at a nursing home because I was managing a nursing home years ago.
Right.
And topic of relationships came up one night. So I had a room of 12 women ranging from 50 to about 19.
You was about to say 90. I'm about to say, damn, okay. I mean, yeah, I'm about to say, could have been patient. All right.
So I sat all of them down. I said, yo, be honest with me. Like, and I asked the room this question. I said, ladies, please be honest with me right now and be honest with yourselves. I said, has there been a time where you've asked for something from a man and that's not what you wanted at all when you asked?
So they just put it out. They just threw it out there that they
don't be knowing what the fuck they want, bro. They don't know. This shit is like the wind.
Not the
yeah. One day they want this, and then
It's
the
like
next
one
day.
day it's 2 miles an hour, the other day is 15.
Yep.
The other day is 30.
Is knowing what you want in the future. Like,
Right.
how do you want this life to be set up? Like, how do you want to, once you get like comfortable, not content, because I ain't never been content with nothing.
Right.
But once you comfortable, how do you want that to look? How do you want that to be? Like, how do you want, like, what is that visual for you?
Right. And
Now, like, you need a person that's there with you. Like, I want that too. Like, whatever we gotta do to get there, that's the person that you need for you.
Right.
Like,
But
you
I
need to be in that tier.
I think some people will tell you exactly what they want, and they can be very sure that that's what they want, and the person will be like, "Nah, that's not what you want. This is what you want."
they'll try to convince them that that's not it.
Not even convincing. Some of them, that's gaslighting somebody. If I'm trying to convince you of that, but actually giving you something that you want, but it's actually something that you need.
Right.
Because everybody will go out on a want.
Yeah.
And you can want $1 billion in your bank account tomorrow. You ain't gonna get it.
Right. Right.
But if I'm giving you something, you say I want somebody that is compassionate with me. I want somebody that's gonna love me through every season.
Right.
They be like, okay.
Right.
And then when they're loving you through every season, you might not like the way that love is looking, but you need it.
Right.
You need it. So I'm telling you, this is what I wanted.
But let me counteract that.
Okay.
People that act like that, they only used to their traumas.
Right.
So they only comfortable when somebody doing X, Y, and Z to them because it's been going on for so long.
Right.
Once again, you gotta break that. You gotta focus on yourself for a little bit. What do I really want?
Right.
Right.
Once you get focused, you gonna look at somebody that was treating you crazy like a goofy. Like, I don't want nobody that's even like
There's
you.
nothing like that.
Right. As soon as you see a trait, it's like,
Yeah. But some women don't even.
I don't want it. I don't want
Some
that.
women don't even get to that phase though. They
That's true.
think they are, but people see a lot of things. I'm not just gonna say women. People see a lot of things like, all right, I can handle this, I can do this, I can do that, but they don't really. They just be saying it. It's all be a facade.
They don't even look for that shit, man.
No, exactly.
Definitely don't.
All right, let me ask you this. I got a 2-part question. So the first one says, who determines a sorry needs to be said? Basically whether there should be an apology or not. Who determines that? The person that did the act or the person that had the act done to them? Who determines a sorry?
I feel like the person that did the act should have like a certain level of discernment to see like exactly where their wrong was done. But again, you got to be a fucking adult.
Right.
Child.
That's the key.
The
You gotta be an adult.
The communication.
You can't be no child. You can't be no child thinking, oh, nah, like, you just supposed to. Nah, bro. You have to be an adult first.
You gotta. I feel like you have to, like you said, you gotta be self-aware of yourself, and you have to be
Holding yourself accountable.
Yeah, you gotta hold yourself accountable, and you gotta know the person that you're dealing with. Like as far as do they is this sorry really going to make them feel better? You know what I'm saying? Like do they? I mean, or even if do they deserve it? You know what I'm saying? Like, are they deserving of the sorry or whatever?
Because some people look at it that way. Like, I don't feel like I need to say sorry. Like,
That's hot water, bro.
I mean, but you gotta, if you doing something or saying something and it hurts somebody's feelings, never say I'm sorry if that made you feel a certain way.
You ain't, they ain't not apologizing. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I made you feel that way. And then, but if it's something that you know you are. Like you standing 10 toes down and I said what I said. This is actually what I meant. It's like I'm sorry I made you feel that way, but I said what I said.
Yeah. Right.
And it's just like if they like Sal said, if you know that person, then either they gonna receive that or they gonna rebuke all that shit.
Yeah.
And now what you said goes right out the window, and it's a whole rebuttal. And it's like instead of me listening to understand, I'm just like listening because I know I got some shit in my pocket. I'm gonna fire at this motherfucker. And I'm waiting for you to say it. Yeah. I'm waiting for you to say it.
Yeah, nobody wants a forced apology.
What?
Nothing's worse than a forced apology. Like you feel like exactly, because you're doing it because you feel like, all right, I said
it to you,
right? So I
think you should say sorry to me because woo woo woo,
right?
Instead of like you realizing like, damn, I did say
right. Now part two of that question is forgiveness for you or for the other person?
You.
Both. For you first, I want to say for you first because if you like she said, if you ain't sorry, you ain't sorry. Like if you standing on your shit, you still. I mean, it is what it is.
It is what it is, right?
But if you really want to see that person happy, or you really are apologetic about the situation, that's really for you. Like because you want to make them feel good too, but at the same time, you want to be like be accountable about your actions and shit like that.
Right. I think it probably is a combination of both. Kind of like what you said. Forgiveness. Yeah, because some people will say they forgive you just so you leave them alone. If that makes any sense. Like, all right, I forgive you, but in the back. Moment. Exactly. That's the thing right there. That's the key right there. Like you said, don't tuck it. Because some people say they forgive you, and then 3, 4, 5 months down the line, or not even maybe a year down the line.
Next argument.
Yeah, next argument, they bring it right back up.
Next argument.
Oh, you did this.
Nigga.
Right.
Yeah, nothing.
Wait a minute.
Like, damn.
We arguing about the dishes. Wait a minute. What's going on?
Nothing's worse.
I thought we was past that shit. Like,
nothing's worse than you think somebody forgave you for something, and then now out of nowhere they bring it back up because now I feel like you really didn't forgive me. You told me you forgive me because you didn't want to keep having this conversation.
Right.
Pacified me.
But also,
you passed it. That's a good one.
But forgiveness isn't an instant thing, though.
True.
No, it's not.
So like you gotta allow that like that cushion that they're not instantly over it.
What's the cushion though?
That depends on the person.
But that's
what is the cushion?
It's just like healing. Forgiveness is just like healing. Like it's no real time limit on it until it's okay for you to be like, damn, that happened. But
all right. So if that's the case, if you say you forgive something, so they might forgive it. Is it appropriate to keep bringing it up though?
No. I don't think it's good for the situation. But
the only time I feel like it would be is if
Simon Mike
the situation
happened again.
Right. Like the same situation, reared its head.
Right.
And at that point, it's not
like it's like okay,
now
nigga, you being disrespectful.
That was a
like,
choice.
You being disrespectful on purpose.
Yeah.
So but nah.
I don't even see it that way. I think like, all right, like I said, it's a time thing. So maybe something just triggered that thought. Like it's not like it's that person's bringing it up again. It's just like, damn, like that really happened. It's just in my mind again. It ain't like I'm bringing it up to rekindle it. It's just like, damn, like you really made me feel like this at this time. But now you want me to
Exactly.
just snap right back. You know
And
what I mean? Like,
that's the thing too. When it comes to forgiveness, people just want you to just all right. You say you forgive me. That's it. It should just be. It should be.
About the high kiki mother.
Yeah,
Get out my face.
the person that committed the act is over it because they don't want to deal with the rebuttal. So of course they don't want to hear it, but you can't allow you gotta allow the other person to react how they gonna react. It ain't they fault that they feeling that way. It's your motherfucking fault.
And sometimes it's not even an argument. It could just be like, what if they were just upset about something?
Yeah.
And they took they took that out on you, and it's just like, nigga, what the.
Yeah.
And now you over it a couple hours later, but I'm still like, what the fuck is your problem?
Yeah.
So now I'm not over it. Everybody's angry again. Let's redo this one more time.
I think it's a conversation though. I think once y'all have the conversation and it's like y'all get it out there, y'all get y'all feelings out there. I feel like it shouldn't really be brought back up. Like not in a again like if you might, like you said, y'all might be arguing about the dishes. Please don't bring up.
Yeah, some shit.
Brenda from 2 years ago, like
the dishes was fine when you was at that bitch house.
Yeah, please.
We didn't even do the dishes. She had a dish.
Exactly.
Now you made more.
Right. So,
Yeah, let's fuck those dishes.
yeah,
You do it. Fuck you mean?
you get somebody else to do it.
Like, oh, okay.
All right, so let me get this. So we got our two sis segment. Now, before I get the group chat stizzy, explain why group chat stizzy. Let me get this. So I heard this question, and I want your thoughts on this. It says, would you rather not have sex for a year or have sex every day the rest of your life but never orgasm?
Whoa, I'm taking a year off, buddy.
Yeah, I can take a year off.
I'm about to say take the year because
I would take the year because what's the sense of having sex if you're not going
right. Exactly. And
what's
that
that shit will explode.
I mean,
bro, that's not even blue at that point.
We got navy balls.
y'all might as well be grinding with clothes on. What the fuck is that?
I think that's the only answer.
Y'all in there scissoring.
You might as well take them drinks off.
Yeah, because you could.
No point.
Because at that point, you having sex every day of your life with no ending. There's no ending to this. Like it's like, all right, we just had sex and then that's it.
First of all, I'm a counter that.
Go ahead.
The fifth day that you think you about to slide or something and don't buzz, boy, it's Kool-Aid splash.
Oh man!
As soon as you enter, it's over with.
Somebody getting punched real fast.
Not somebody getting punched real fast. All right, so I'm gonna play this real quick, and Stylez gonna have to explain this one. All right, so here we go.
And like it's more than 10 years ago. It's probably like 06 or some shit like that. I sent out a joint, right? But this is right after you could do like group messages, and I didn't know.
So explain the story how you got caught out there in a group chat back in the day.
Man, acting crazy.
Group chat stizzy out here.
I was acting crazy, being a fucking thought. That's what happened. Being a thought, trying to
show what he was.
Yeah, you was right.
Looking real.
So explain exactly how that happened.
Oh man, I sent out a.
They call him Slammer Pick Stizzy.
Yeah,
my friend called it meat. She called it meat mill.
Not me.
She called it meat mill. I gotta tell her about it. She called it meat mill. You said that shit to me at work. I was like, meat mill? She was like, yeah. I was like,
not the meat mill.
That's creative.
That's major.
Shout out to me.
Oh my God, I'm naming this episode Meat Mill.
No, we're not.
Meat Mill Stizzy. Hey, that's wild. That's wild.
Listen. Oh man, I sent out a joint to multiple ladies and.
That was a joke.
It was a crazy. It didn't go crazy or whatever because a couple of them hit me up on the side like, it's more than one person. I'm like, what you mean? When they explained to me, I'm like,
oh man.
From a pilot episode to a season.
Oh my God.
So that's why nobody else responded.
Oh shit, I'm crying. That's all right. So, what's your thoughts on? We gonna touch on this again. What's your thoughts on recycled nudes? What's your thoughts on the recycle?
What Uncle
Bad
Justin
joint.
used to do? Cut it out.
Please listen.
That's a bad joint.
Recycle.
So y'all take. So you tell me a guy is taking a different dick pic every time.
I mean, at this point, I don't think niggas.
I don't think niggas just walk around with dick pics in their phone.
This is all I'm saying.
Kind of old to be saying slammer pics,
Bro, like if I'm in a situation where, excuse me, I'm about to be crass. You know, it's a woman in the room, but still. Like if I'm trying to bomb, I don't care if it's if it was taken last night, if it was taken a month ago, and like 100 other niggas, I don't care.
Don't send me no recycle news.
I'm trying
How
to
you gonna know
bomb.
it's
That's the
recycled?
Don't send me no recycle
I'm
news.
trying to bomb.
Unless she got her hairstyle in it, unless she sent you that nude on Monday, and then when you see her, she sent you the nude on Monday and she had fresh braids in, and then when you see her on Friday, she got a short
Got the
cut.
Meek Mills.
It's gonna be like, like you didn't take that picture recently, did you?
I don't want no
I need a-
recycle.
I don't want the recycles though.
I've had a situation like I said on the other, you know,
Saying technical difficulties.
I ran into a random homie at a gig. He's showing me he's going to another job. He training me on the job or whatever. We niggas get into regular conversation, sports, girls or whatever. Girls came up and he had the same news as me. Like
He like, bro, check this out.
two or three of different females.
I know
And we
that.
had- I'm
Where
like,
did that come from?
At least change something.
bruh.
What you gonna
and it
put?
was a
The
bad.
background?
I said,
I need a
yeah.
freshie.
I said,
That's why we
whoa,
need to
whoa,
be in
whoa.
conversation as this is happening.
Yeah, you're right. No
Mid
bullshit.
conversation, y'all talking about dinner. And he like, send me a pic.
Yeah.
No.
See, but it's different now
Even if-
because
Yeah.
Like, you know what? Now you're ghosted. Now you're ghosted.
send me a
I had a guy send me a dick pic. This is before I got in a relationship, so it was during that time. He sent me a dick pic, and now you know on iPhones it has that effect thing, so you can send a picture and you can you gotta rub across it to see the picture.
It was blurred.
It was
okay,
blurred.
okay,
So, but you
alright.
gotta do the little thing. You gotta rub across the picture to see what it is. And I did that, and I was like,
Fucked your mood up. Was it a random jump?
it was mid conversation.
Not the mid conversation. Yo, that's wild. Yo, that's crazy.
I've never asked a guy for a dick pic
Yeah,
because
that's
I'm just
wild.
like,
Yeah, that's wild. You can't
what am
just
I
be out
supposed to
there.
say to it?
Not
Yeah.
mid
Oh my,
conversation.
that's
Was the phone call over
that's
after
a nice
that?
dick.
Did
It
you
was
end
a
it?
text conversation.
Oh
That's
shit.
a little wild.
Yeah,
It was
that's
a text
wild.
time. I was
If
like-
y'all ain't on that type time already, like
Right.
in the
Right.
conversation, like if you ain't on your 5 play, I ain't gonna say 4 play because you ain't together. I'm gonna say
If we,
5
ain't,
play.
if we ain't talking about none of that,
Exactly. Yeah, you
There's-
can't just.
You
send
talking
a
about how
meat-
your day was and a
you
slammer
can't
pic come
just
through. You
send
like,
meat
whoa.
mail, yeah.
like, wow.
First of all,
The meat mail.
What are you doing?
In the social media age, you might get posted. That's number one.
You gonna get exposed.
You definitely probably gonna get in the group chat. If you don't make social media, you're gonna go in the group chat for sure.
Well,
for
my
sure.
group chat got niggas in it. I can't send those. I can't do that. That'll be a flag on the play. Like,
Yeah.
whoa, hey.
They exiting,
Stop it.
exiting chat stage
New
right.
chat immediately, and you got invited.
I think it's kind of hard now because of the social media era too. Because I mean, I think most relationships and shit start from social media. You ain't really.
Yeah.
It's not really. I mean, as far as I know, it's not too many like going outside and actually bagging a chick now.
Right.
So you don't. I mean, you don't even know what she looked like at that point when you got her number in the DM.
You could have a whole. You could be talking to somebody for a whole year just through social media, never get their number.
Never.
Straight
no bullshit.
straight DMs, just
Like,
all the
I gotta
time
check my
DMs.
Instagram. It's like, wait, what?
Whole meetup, whole date.
Speaking
and
of that, to
everything.
piggyback on that, like, I have a few young employees. These young dudes don't know how to pull a chick in, like, in person.
Yeah.
Bro.
Bro.
Oh
Bro.
man, is the art of pulling a chick and it's
Over.
out somewhere. It's over.
It's
over.
Done,
I'm about to tell
bro.
you, dog.
Done.
And I think that it's not even just because of social media. I mean, it's probably because of social media.
No,
but
it is.
It's a lot of because of
No,
social
it is.
media.
But guys don't know how to approach. They don't know how to approach a girl.
But even if you do, it's some females that
is true, too.
That's
look
a good
at you weird now if you try to talk
if
to
you
her.
try to-
in real
I'm about to say
life.
repeat what you just said, Ski. You said women what?
Women don't even know how to be approached.
That's that true. That too.
But you gotta have your guard up too, because I mean nowadays you got motherfuckers shooting you if you say no.
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
Say no. So,
true.
but I mean, it's just like it all depends on your approach too. It's just like if I'm feeling good that day and you approach me, I'm feeling good. I'm in a good mood, and you approach me on some, like you trying to be Rico Suave, and it's just like
Pretty Ricky, what they call
it seems weird. It seems like it's not yourself. Be yourself.
Right.
Hi. How are you?
Right.
the basics. Start
The
off
basics.
hello.
Hello, right?
Hello.
Never failed me.
What's that?
You have a nice smile. What's your name?
Never failed me either, brother.
See,
My man.
look at that.
Simple.
It's
It's simple.
Nah, I be
Simple.
I be
Simple.
motherfuckers
You make
smiling
a
at
chick.
everything,
You
but
make it. You make a chick. You could make it. The littlest things. You could make a chick laugh, and then
Right.
from the
That's-
you guys start a whole
that's
conversation
the
from there.
goal.
That's the
the
goal.
easiest
Or
thing.
or like people don't even know the art the art to start a conversation.
Right.
The easiest thing to do is give a compliment.
Yeah.
Right.
and a actual compliment.
Actual, not on no creepy
Not
shit though. Like you got.
your body
got
look
fat
good.
ass.
Yeah, you.
Whoa.
Your pussy fat.
Why did you get that far?
Sir, excuse me.
Yeah.
Like, damn, bro.
Excuse you.
Shit.
Yeah, but
Either you got a nice smile, you smell good, or your hair looks good. One of the
See,
two.
I ain't even,
Child, you come
I
with
ain't
my
even
hair, I'll
gonna
be
go
like,
there.
1, 2, 3.
I ain't even gonna go there. I ain't even. All right, see, look, I don't do the smell good thing because some women think that it's kind of intrusive. Like, even though they might.
why you smell? Yeah, why you smell?
Why you so close to
Yeah, why you so
smell me?
close
Right.
to smell me?
So
Yeah.
I avoid the smell, and I'll even, like you said, your hair is nice, your shoes are nice. I like your bag. I like your style.
Right.
I like your style.
Right.
I like your style.
And
Yeah,
it's
your
all-
style is different.
It's the
Yeah.
and it all depends on the female. If she, like I said, if she in a good mood or she actually feel, if she look at you and seem like, maybe I can give him a chance. Because nobody knows personality when you first meet somebody.
Man,
You
give a
automatically
compliment and
looking
keep
at
it
them.
pushing. That's how you test your P. Yeah, I like your style. You look
And just
super
walk
nice.
and just keep it pushing.
You'd be surprised. A simple good morning go a long way too.
That's what I'm saying.
A
All the
simple
simple
you can see the
confused.
simplest
Morning.
All the simple shit works.
It does because you know why?
All the
Because
simple shit
people
works.
don't. Most
Nobody
men
does
don't even do the simple shit anymore.
You
So it's
can
like
be
the,
nice. Like,
Exactly.
You can be a nice person.
But it's guys is nice with a different, intention.
Right.
It's
Some
nice,
niggas
but
be
then,
too aggressive.
But then your conversation switches real fast, and it's just like, man, I thought you was nice.
Yeah, keep it
now
shit.
I'm mad.
Now you switch it up. All right,
Now I'm mad.
let me ask you this, Ash. What is this soft girl era thing? What is this? Because I keep seeing it. What's the soft girl era?
Please
Explain
explain
that.
to me too. Good question, bro.
Because I see it. I've been seeing it lately. Like women will say I'm in my soft girl era. So what exactly does that mean?
I'm gonna be real honest with you. I don't know.
You don't know? Because where did that start? Because I just keep.
It was on TikTok.
That's
It
what I'm
was.
talking
That's where it
I
came
saw
from?
it on TikTok, and every time I see somebody talk
I
about a
always
soft girl
see the
era,
poster.
it was like a.
It'd be the most hardcore
I don't.
gangster
Yeah,
girl.
and it'd be like now I want to like. I don't know if it's a self care thing or it's just like I'm done being like not
They-
masculine.
they
I'm not
being
gonna put that out
abusive to
there.
men.
Nah, don't you say that. Don't you try it. Try it.
The realest nigga. They want to be the baddest bitch and the realest nigga at the same
I think
time.
it's the
That's
soft
what
girl
it is.
era. I think it's just a coming back to like a me thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just taking care of your self care, your mental more than worrying about a nigga. That's what I think it is. I don't quote me on that because I really don't know what a soft girl era is.
I mean,
I
that might
don't
be,
know what the soft girl
that might
era
be,
is. I
that
really
might
don't.
be part of it. I don't
I
think
really
that's
don't.
what it really is.
Listen,
Yo,
I believe
man.
self care should become before anything.
Dudes messed up the game so bad that girls don't even care about the guys no more. They
No.
only
That's a-
care about each other.
That's a
No.
fact.
Like,
Get
they
you know how
bodies
many
down for
times
the
I
girls.
see the post? I do not care about N-words. I post for bad bitches only.
Period.
Yeah.
Because when you go,
Yes.
listen, I will say this because I have done it. You go outside, you got on a banging outfit, your hair done, everything like that. When a girl gives you a compliment or a woman gives you a compliment, you feel that shit. It makes you feel so good. When a nigga give you a compliment, you like, what are your intentions? What are you?
And that's how.
what are you
And
trying
I'm about to
get?
say that's how fucked up
And
shit is now.
It's messed up.
That's
But it's
what I
like,
just said.
But that
Niggas
social media
messed the
age
game
is
up
so
so
is
bad.
so major right now that a guy will just like he'll slide in your DMs on something random and it don't be a conversation starter. It just be like, hey, I like the way you look, and it's just like, what? You like the way I look? Like, oh, okay. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you like my face?
Ain't
My
no creativity no
it's
more.
It's just like jumping right into something else, and it's just like I understand those are straightforward about what they want, but it's just like, bro, pause.
Niggas,
But women get dressed for women.
niggas should be lucky that certain
their nigga.
Niggas should be lucky that
Women and their nigga.
Niggas should be lucky that certain niggas aren't single. Because niggas be out here just scooping them up like it's fucking Jackson, like it's Jackson scooping them up because
Man, it's like
you could
fucking
just
shirt stop.
because looking from afar you be like, I get it, I
Yo,
get it.
right.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you a story. I went to Blue Martini last Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
I
and
ain't been there in a minute.
It's be lit. It be lit. But got a table, got a bottle, all that good stuff or whatever. Directly next to us was these 3 guys. It was 2 at first, and it was a third one. They ordered a single bottle of Ciroc, the peach one. That
And
was
they got peach.
the single bottle. These
Why
are
you
3.
single that
listen,
out?
these are 3 grown men.
She put the peach out there.
I'm not saying you can drink what you want to drink. Every nigga ain't got to drink Henny. Is perfectly fine. Or do say if you want
Right.
a bottle of champagne, that's your pleasure. That's
Right.
your pleasure. I say that to say this: there are niggas out there that will buy those type of bottles because you know it attracts females, right?
sure.
Oh,
But
yeah.
these men were walking around, and there was a group in the table in front of us. There was a group of ladies. One was celebrating her birthday, and there was a guy with them. But I think he was gay. And they were dancing and everything like that. And, you know, they were having a good time. And these guys were trying to, like, grab them and dance with them. I haven't seen that shit since I was at Jams on late night when you were actually getting
trying to
into
get a
that
Wally?
shit. That
I'm about
part.
to say, Blue Martini not even that type
It's not.
of
It's
vibe.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
It's like who you come with, you jam with. If you dancing with somebody, you dance with somebody. But usually the girl approaches them to dance. They were walking around like grabbing wrists, and I'm just like
I said before.
bro, wait a minute. Like these
Not in
girls
this
wanted
day
to,
and time.
they wanted to dance by themselves. They wanted to
get
enjoy
bodied
themselves,
by
and
one
I
of
was just
these
like,
chicks.
understand that. And then they finally let these girls sit at their table, but they left the girls at the table. So you knew automatically y'all wasn't attracted to these women. Y'all just saw them and they just
wanted-
sat at- but you were around on the other side of the bar talking to somebody else. It's just like you
You're
gotta
nuts,
know
man.
what you doing when you go into these bars. Like these women are gonna approach you or they not. But don't go over to them trying to grab and get a wally. Like, bro, you ain't gonna have to get the number at the end of the
Goes
night.
back to what I said. Niggas be too aggressive.
First of all, it's a different era. First of all, it's a different era, and once you get to a certain age bracket, I feel like the approach should be different anyway. Like you should be
Right.
in different environments. Your approach should be different. Like you said, you gotta approach them with a certain, how you doing. All that trying to grab them and all that shit. That shit is over with. Like you gotta really try to impress them. Like you gotta be a gentleman. Like you gotta you get to a certain age, especially I'm gonna say 30 and up. You gotta be a gentleman. Like you know what I mean. Like instead of trying to be.
There's a certain level of
hood
finesse.
nigga.
There's a
I mean,
certain
like-
level of finesse and a certain level of what I like to call white gloves. You got to handle things with care.
Fact.
Women especially. You can't just be grabbing girls by the arm, bro. Like that's
I was about to say, that's-
99.
Yo, that's-
that was like
923 ish.
now. That shit will get you. That shit will get you jammed up now.
Yeah.
You shot. Now these chicks is packing.
Yeah. You ain't lying.
A lot.
Like,
Shit, real.
Right on the set.
Yep.
listen, like if any young people listening to this show, I beg you, talk to y'all old heads. Talk to somebody that you hold near and dear to teach you how to approach women.
Yes.
That shit will help. Believe me,
Yes.
it will help.
Episode and see what we just said.
Exactly.
No, real red.
Exactly. Off of that, let me ask you this: are modern men crying without tears?
Facts.
Yes, they are.
Can I get an amen?
Question you asked.
Can I
I
get
think-
a hallelujah?
Shoot, yeah.
I would definitely say yes. A lot of men deal with a lot of shit.
Yeah.
And sometimes because all the men get thrown in the same category. We know how they go. Just like we all get, you know what I'm saying? We all get, even if, you know what I'm saying, we can have, you know how it goes. You can be having a good day. Say you have a good day with your girl might be friends with his girl. Now, next thing you know, they gonna do something.
Right.
Now, fuck your
Niggas
whole day
ain't
up.
shit,
Exactly.
right,
Now he gotta let you
Now-
know, like,
now
bro.
all niggas-
Yeah, exactly.
Now all niggas ain't shit.
Yeah, exactly. Y'all was having a good day,
This
and
day
now,
is canceled. Go home.
yeah.
Go home. Go home.
And I think a lot of men, we talked about this way back earlier when we did our mental health episode. When it comes to a lot of men don't know how to deal with their mental health. Like they hold so much shit in. They hold not even necessarily hold it in, because I seen some of the toughest niggas just say they want to just end it all. Like it's crazy. Like you'd be surprised, because most people just think, all right, he's a tough nigga. He won't. No, some of the toughest niggas be feeling, especially if you a parent. If you bust your ass at work every day, some days you just get them days like, yo, this just can't be fucking life,
Right.
and you be trying to figure out why. But we just, I think as men, we just suck it up and just keep it moving.
It's not a, you know what? And that just made me think of, there's not a male version of Monica's song, Just One of Those Days. There's not a male version of that. And
Oh, yeah, no.
what you just said is probably
That's
the
an
reason.
old
Like,
song.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean,
guys don't really
It
express
might be an old song.
themselves.
I don't think it's probably.
Which one?
I wish it would rain. Maybe that. I wish it would.
I told you. It was
It probably, if anything, it'd probably be a Meek Mill song. Like you said, it might be one of them D's.
Y'all don't have a 90s song for that. Y'all have like
Yeah.
70s, 60s.
Yeah, right.
Y'all have those moments when they had like God groups.
Let me and this is something that Stylez is going to be able to attest to. Like I have a group of men, different demographics, different walks of life. There's some in different cities. Some I've known years. There's some I just recently met. Like we have a group chat where I guess my fantasy basketball league, and this is year number 16, and there's nothing we don't talk about in this group chat, from personal to sports to life to relationships to kids. Like I've had issues I've dealt with in there. Everybody has had like a time where we could just come in and vent, and we'll get different vantage points. Like there's some that are single, some that are married. There's some that have no kids. Then there are ones like myself and Stylez. So one of the most unrewarding jobs in life is being a man.
Yeah, facts.
And then a rapper.
A good man.
True.
Because there's some bum ass niggas out here.
Because you're expected to be
A man.
the strong one. You're expected to be the man. You're expected to make shit right. You're expected to do this. You're expected to do that. Like, it comes with a lot of pressure. There's some that can't handle this shit.
Yeah. And even the
That's
ones
just
that
the
even the
facts.
ones that do handle it, it still be like,
Yeah, it still be a weight on their shoulders, and
Right.
you can't cry in front of your woman, bro.
yeah.
We can't.
Niggas be crying.
What?
Niggas
will cry.
Niggas will cry. Women might not think that, but it won't be around.
Yes.
Yeah, it won't.
Niggas will cry. Like, nigga, I've cried.
Yeah.
I know he's cried. I know he's cried. I know you probably cried.
It's been times. I got to work just sitting in the car and just
that'd be the best shit ever.
Right there,
You sit in the
just-
car. You have like a 10-minute window.
you let it
just
out,
rock out.
and then
You
just
gotta do
you
that
just-
shit.
Go ahead.
I have a question.
Go ahead. What's the question?
Do y'all not have a safe space?
It's not.
I mean,
It's not about that. It's just you gotta be a man.
No,
Yeah.
what I'm saying is there are men that do have that. They don't have an outlet.
Yeah.
So what you let out, you don't let out because either you don't want to be judged or there's nobody that understands you.
Right.
So when I asked, do you have a safe space? Because he said you don't cry. Men don't cry in front of their women.
Right.
Or whatever the case may be. And it's just like, there are men that have a safe space enough that they're comfortable enough that if they're breaking down and they feel as though the weight of the world is on their shoulders or whatever they went through that day, maybe they're dealing with kids, another baby mom, work, whatever the case may be, they can let it go in front of their woman without feeling judged, without feeling like she putting pressure on him for crying.
I think
Whether she voices it or not, she's judging you.
I think the only way a guy can, that's a quote unquote safe space is like death.
Yeah, I was about-
If
that's
a
probably the
homie
only
said,
time that you
I
really
was
will
about to
see a
say
guy that he
might-
just don't even.
that might be your only path. I feel like that might be your only
We
path.
need a therapist. because
No,
baby,
I feel like that's your only path. Like,
It's the truth though, but it's the truth though.
This is
That's real.
my boyfriend has enough of a safe space that if something is bothering him enough to where tears are coming down his eyes, I will not judge him, and I will not put him in that predicament to feel like he's being judged.
Right.
I'm not about to sit in a group chat with a bunch of females or a group chat with a bunch of
See,
niggas
I
or
don't-
around my
yeah.
friends and say, "Oh, he was crying to me last night.
Right.
This bitch ass nigga." Dude, yes,
See, I don't think I'll be judged
Maybe
in my
about
situation.
a week ago,
What was it about? Was it about something personal or just
personal.
life in general?
It was personal.
Has it ever been about life in general?
I'm about to say-
Yeah, it's been
No
about
pressures?
life. We have a thing in our relationship. It's called a temperature check. So it might not be every week. It might be every other week or every month. And we'll come together. It's just like, all right, we'll sit at the table. More than likely, it's wine involved because hard liquor does not bring that out. So we'll sit down and we'll discuss. No,
The wine that had you feeling that wavy out of
We
nowhere.
need to come out coherently and like calmly, not like hostile.
Yeah.
But it's just like a temperature check. It's just like, how are you doing? And then we get out how you're doing. This is how I'm doing. And then it gets out, well, what is our relationship doing for you? What is it lacking? What do you want to fix? What do you want to change? To have that conversation helps Because of course our relationship is not going to be perfect. Neither him or I are perfect. Right. But if I have that moment with you to break down all these walls, whatever even if you came in the house with me every day this week and told me something was going on at work. But this moment right now is something that whatever you're feeling deeply, I need to know. Because I can't do anything for you if you're not telling me. I can't fix it. Not even if I want to fix it. I can't even talk about it.
That's very dope idea.
How long you been together?
2 years.
No, that's super lit.
That's dope.
He's gonna marry you.
Yeah, that's
As I've learned, as I've learned on the podcast, as she's not the conventional one. Like she does shit differently because you explaining that most women would not even have the mental capacity to even think about that.
That's only
to
because
the point where we do like the little cars now.
Yeah,
like
those
that
work
shit.
too. It's whatever way you want to do it. But if I didn't during the pandemic, if I didn't take that moment to self-reflect and take accountability for what I did in my past relationships, all the lying, whether it was cheating or not being truthful with, even if it was a situationship, I had to take accountability for what I did instead of just saying, "Oh, you did that." So when he finally came around, I wasn't looking for a relationship, but I was whole in myself.
It just happened.
It happened.
And
so
you
it
knew what you wanted.
And you knew what you wanted. So it happened. So it's just like
you're healed. You're healed.
If he doesn't, like, if he messes up, I know it's no chance. There's no second chance in that because we did all the things we were supposed to do. So if you mess up, that's your loss.
I better get my invite.
Oh.
That's
I just feel that part.
No, but to take it back to what you said, like your boyfriend, he's lucky enough that he has that safe space. Most niggas don't have that
space.
And I wish
and
that
they don't feel comfortable.
Or
like,
that's what it is.
They
might not feel
be in
comfortable.
Love, they might love you to death, but they just might not feel comfortable enough to that aspect. Like, damn, if she see me cry, it just might be like, you soft ass nigga.
You know what that takes that back to?
What's that?
When we said that in your relationship, when a guy doesn't like the
Oh, yeah.
female that he's
Back
with,
when we tell you, yeah.
you're not friends.
Yeah,
Right.
You have to have a friendship.
to
What
have
else
a
you gonna fall back on
True.
if the relationship fucks up in the
certain
middle?
things, but certain like I've cried around my fiance, but certain things is just be like, all right, I just want to just keep to like.
Right.
It's not. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I know it's not a good thing, but some things just want to just take care of because it's like
I need to get
you
this
can't,
out by myself.
Yeah, there's nothing that you can really do right now.
Yeah,
that
you might not
was
even really
going-
understand why I feel this way. So
Because sometimes we don't understand why we feel certain ways.
Yeah, it just
But
be
should-
one of those days.
But knowing your partner as well, if you can't speak it to me verbally, your actions is gonna show that.
True.
So you go come in the house, and if I'm at peace, I can feel your storm coming through this motherfucker.
That's true.
So either you don't want to talk about it, that's fine.
True.
All right, let's get you ready for the next day.
Right.
We'll take your shower. If you want to just lay here, we don't speak to each other. You just want to go to sleep. That's fine.
Right.
But I understand
Right.
what you're going through. I don't know what it is, but I'm understanding of it.
That's super
Got a good one right there. You got it.
So
I'm gonna go back to what Vince just said though. Like, I mean, for me personally, and they can tell you this or whatever. Like, some guys don't even have me personally. I just started being able to. These are my guys, and I just started being comfortable enough to tell them this type of shit that I be going through or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying, and Jay will tell you whatever, dog. Use your resources. That's what he always tells me. Use your resources. You got me. You got other people I just started feeling comfortable like in the last couple of years with expressing that shit or whatever. So it's like to even try to get that out to a female is like,
yeah. Because sometimes women just don't understand this. It's nothing that it's nothing that they've done or did. It's just sometimes we just got two different things. We just think different.
Yeah.
all the way.
And it's not a bad thing or a good thing. It's just an indifference. Like it's just an imbalance. Like y'all on this level, not even level, but y'all on this wavelength, we on this wavelength. Like some shit we ain't supposed to understand about each other.
Right, that's fine. That's perfectly fine.
What's your ultimate goal when it comes to the whole the media and everything? What's your ultimate goal as a collective?
To push it as far as we can, like as far as the music, we want to keep on building on the music to get the fan base as far as what we like. We want to stay in our lane, basically. Like, and we're not trying to go out there and grasp the what you want to call it, the what's the new shit that they got? I don't even know what to call it. Yeah, I mean the clout chasing.
Oh, the clout chasing.
As far as the music, what is it called?
What, the
now?
wave? Want to
Drill.
The drill shit.
the drill
Yeah,
shit? You don't want to take the drill?
That's
The drill?
not our thing at all. Yeah,
At certain age, you just can't be doing drill music.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
It's not our thing. We
It's
are.
like pop pop. You know what? Find
Yeah.
your quartet. Find your quartet. Go about your.
That's the equivalent of you making dance music. You out here making dance music. Like, come on, bro. Leave that shit to the young bucks. Why y'all shaking your hips at 40?
That shit's just to like solidify our legacy and what we do, like and to ultimately just help other people build on what they do. Like at this point, I'ma speak for me. I can't say exactly what Stylez, because me and Stylez we aren't a group. Like we still are solo artists. We just have a business together.
Right.
So as far as me, I'm not looking to sign to a label.
Right.
I have everything already. Like I don't need a label support. Like if a label, I'll partner with a label for marketing and promotion.
Right.
I don't need you to be in the studio with me at all.
Right.
You don't have to dictate
Like,
anything.
stay over there.
Yeah. We doing
Give me a
everything.
check.
We doing everything.
I
on our own
don't
anyway.
even need you to. I don't need to tell you what I'm going to do with the check. Just give me it and watch.
Right.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
what do
so it's just more about solidifying our lane and showing what we can do. Like, just putting our spin on how we bring things to the table.
Keep building on the music. Start doing the films and short films and movies and podcasts and fashion shows and everything. Like everything that the media. Yeah. Like
Right.
That too.
What do you think's been what do you think's been the hardest thing over all of these years? What do you think's been the hardest thing when it comes to this process? When it comes to music in general, that people might not realize, because people only see the finished product. They don't know everything that goes behind it. So what do you think's been the hardest thing for y'all?
I think I can answer that better than they can, because I'm on the outside looking in. Like again, I have a completely different vantage point. What I feel like, they're comfortable in their lane. They're not trying to do 100 miles an hour in the middle lane. They're not trying to do 35 in the left lane. They're comfortable doing what they're doing at the pace that they're doing
Got
it.
20 songs for anybody.
Right.
The thing is,
that way.
what I feel like jades a lot of people's perception as far as musically. They're trying to chase something that they're not.
Right.
They're trying to be the Lil Durks. They're trying to be the Drakes, and you want to sound like this person, you want to sound like that person, you want to wear your clothes like this person, you want to have the money in the videos like this person. Just be you, nigga. Right.
Yeah, it's funny you say that, because I remember we started this podcast and we was having conversations. We was talking about that. Like we had a plan. We had a target audience. We had direction we wanted to go. We knew that this is what we was going to do. We gotta stick to this. We not trying to be like no other podcasts. We not try, like I said before, it is over $1.2 million or 1.2 million podcasts out here. It's too many. But if you find your lane and you just talk about your truths, like we always say, the truth you don't want but you need, that's what we do. We just stay in our lane. We don't care about the numbers. We don't care about nothing else going on. We can't worry about anything else. We can't worry about going viral. We can't worry about nothing else. We just worry about putting out great content. And then listen, the consistency and great content will get you a long way.
Right. And look, off you saying that, I'm gonna speak for me. I have over, like I said on streaming, over 10 projects, like full length, some 5 songs and shit like that. But I wrote, produced, recorded, mixed, made the artwork, uploaded the shit all by myself.
That people don't see that part of
Exactly.
the shit. People just see what you do. Like, people don't see the preparation we
They
go
see
to.
the final
Exactly.
product.
Yeah, they don't see all of the, what's this, episode 42, whatever.
Child.
They
Exactly.
don't see the preparation and how hard it is to not sound and do and repeat like everything else.
Right. And that makes you less of a fan, because I can't even listen to a lot of music.
Right.
I can't even watch a lot of videos. I can't watch a lot. Like, I could watch major movies because I like to see how good directors are. But I can't just be on regular shit because I'm on a different wave. Like, I want to do the shit the way I see it.
Right. How do you continue going without being stubborn? Like, how people, they get stuck in their ways. Like, all right, I'm going to do this. How do you continue to go that way without without, or how would I put this? How do you not let your ego get in the way? Because sometimes people let the ego get in the way when it comes to stuff like
You
that.
can't be content with shit, man.
Right.
We came from nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, like you gotta want something. Like it go back to what we was talking about earlier. You as a person gotta know what you want.
Right.
If that's out of your craft, out of your life, your relationship, you gotta know what you want. And as far as us, we know what we want, and we don't want to do it no other way than the way we want to do it.
Right. I think with that, with time too, you gotta evolve.
Yeah.
Nobody's saying you gotta completely switch lanes, but maybe you need a bigger car.
Yeah.
Maybe you need something a little faster, a little more roomy.
Challenge yourself
that's
a little bit.
it. But other than that, you don't like people will switch from lane to lane, state to state, city to city.
Adventure or business venture to business venture.
Yeah, and it's just like let your business evolve itself.
Step by
Step by step. You're not gonna make that's what the problem is with, especially with our generation. Is just like you see the finished product.
Microwave.
And everything is just like so quick. I can just try to make $10,000 in 2 minutes, bitch. That's illegal.
Right.
There's no way. There's no way. Unless you moving bricks, there is no way I'm making $10,000 in 2 minutes. Or you teach me how to fix my credit, but you're not telling me that the stuff you're doing behind the doors might get me arrested later on down the line.
Exactly.
Or like you telling me that I can lose weight this way, but you've never lost weight.
Right.
Like I'm not understanding. Like we're not even on the same. How does that
Everybody
correlate?
people don't know how to do it. They never
I saw a
done it.
video and the girl was like, y'all follow fitness pros and they've never lost 130 pounds. They've been fit or skinny their entire life. How are they gonna tell you how to lose their weight?
They ain't even losing shit. They just out there playing around.
They tell you to
Mixing
eat
shit
grass
in the
and your
pot.
ass hungry and they
But
not worried about
yeah,
it.
you gotta stick to your plan. You gotta see it through.
Yeah.
Right.
I told myself we
Follow
gonna
through,
see this. We gonna see this podcast and think through.
Very nice.
By the time we get to 100
And
episodes,
then-
you like you see where we start. Just from the time we started a year ago till now, we can see the growth. You can see it.
That's
through
all
our,
you need to see.
You can see the
You
growth.
can see it, right? That's all I'm
You
about to
need
say.
to see
You
it.
Yeah.
gotta
That's what
see it.
everybody else see.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
if you chasing, like
You
like
chasing
I said,
likes, chasing
yeah,
all of that shit. It ain't never
It
going.
ain't happening.
Right.
Because half your audience, guess what? Half your audience ain't even on social media.
And, or they ain't even
they might
into
even-
the shit like that. Like they ain't about to be commenting under your shit
Right.
and doing
They
all this
watching
extra shit.
and they listening.
But
They
tune
listening,
in,
but they
though.
might not comment. They might not exactly.
Right.
But you might catch them in the street, be like, "Yo, I was listening to your podcast." You be like, "Damn, you know how many times I
Thank you.
done,
I was about to say that.
how many times I done ran into people and then
Like-
they told me shit. You might not
Exactly.
even like, damn, how you find out about
I
this?"
was just about to say that. I got there's people that approach me all the time that tell me, I'm like, I didn't even know you even listen.
Like, I
Yeah.
ain't know you,
Or
bro.
I might even look at my numbers and it be people from cities and states that I'm like, I know I didn't promote.
We went
that. I
live.
don't even know you.
We
bro.
went live.
I know I don't know you. Like,
We went live one time before we started. We had motherfuckers from Hawaii,
Right.
from Baltimore,
Listen, man.
from Georgia,
That's
Right.
how
from
this
Texas.
be.
Listen, you wouldn't even never you would
We
never know.
check our plays like us when we upload music. We can see where everybody listening from. It's Australia, it's
Right.
New Zealand, it's all type of shit. Like you know what I mean? Like, and that's love. Like Africa, like all type of shit. But it's like it'll catch eventually.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and again, like if you ain't chasing. Again, we ain't chasing a record deal, but if a nice situation comes, we're smart enough to know. Exactly.
And you smart enough to know, like, let anybody come in and say, "Well, I feel as though
Right.
how is this gonna make me? If it's gonna make me more efficient, that's
Right.
a difference. But if you're trying to change my entire way,
It's
yeah,
a
no,
dub.
that's
and
a done deal.
we've been there. Like again, like it ain't like we like these artists that's hungry. Like we never sat at a table with a label head or nothing like that.
Right.
We've done
I'd
that.
have done
Right.
that shit.
Exactly.
Definitely done that already.
It wasn't right.
It wasn't right.
Like this ain't it.
I turned
Didn't
down
even make-
deals and went
didn't
to the
even make
block
sense.
and made toast.
Right.
See?
Didn't even
Turned
make
down
sense.
deals. Like it ain't really. It's about what your morals is, what you gonna stand on. Like it ain't about. Yeah, it ain't about a dollar. All money ain't good money. And if I'm going to a label and you
Preach.
offering what I got,
Right.
Preach.
or what's in my reach, my nigga,
Like,
what
no,
I
thank
need you
you.
for?
Exactly.
I'm
I'm about to
offering
do
this.
that this year.
Exactly. So, what's something that we didn't touch on that y'all want to put out there, if anything? Anything we missed?
My side rules.
My side rules, the album, No Loyalty to the Other Side, out everywhere.
Where can they find? It's on everywhere.
Everything, anywhere you find music, it might be right next to this podcast somewhere. So
Might be.
yeah,
Period.
My
Yeah,
side rules.
algorithm be algorithm.
The short film.
yeah.
Slash series should be coming soon.
No
Working on a
Loyalty to the Other
series.
Side.
What's
Yes,
the
yes.
series? What's the series about?
It's about Us.
Just us? Just Dr. Rich? Yeah.
It's a good one. It's a musical. We'll say that.
It's
Yeah.
Stylez.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I want to see
Okay.
it.
Right.
Okay.
We'll put that in there. It's a very good.
Broadway, all right.
I love a good musical. I want to see it. The song suck. I'm
We
a
gonna get it out.
comment. This ain't it.
There you
This
go.
ain't it.
We're gonna get in our acting bag a
Yeah,
little bit,
alright.
but
It's
it's
gonna
gonna
be
be,
some-
yeah, man. It's gonna include the
Listen,
music.
if this
though.
wind up on Tubi, I'm gonna talk about y'all.
Listen,
Tubi is
Tubi pay though.
Tubi is lit right now. Like some people's favorite movies is on Tubi now.
You know
Like
what Tubi is? That guy.
Listen.
Tubi give you
That guy that
bootleg
used to come
vibes.
in the hair salon with the bag full of
The CDs, DVDs,
That's
man.
what Tubi gives me that vibe.
Tubi is definitely that.
Tubi is that,
It's
but
definitely that.
Tubi got niggas.
Titles of garbage.
If anybody from Tubi watching this, holla at me. Holla. Letsmakesenseofitpodcast@gmail.com. Holla at us. You know what I'm saying? We can talk.
Ain't
We
no
can talk.
difference between Tubi and Zeus right now.
Nothing.
I don't have neither one, so I don't know.
I'm just saying.
Hey,
Juice is just.
Trash.
What they putting up.
Dog, it's
Trash.
crazy. It's
But Zeus or Tubi, if y'all watching.
you know what I'm saying? Holla at us. You know what I'm saying?
for sure. Holla at us.
President Nixon 3
Oh,
at
man.
gmail.com.
It's
How did you get the name President Nixon? How did you get the name Stylez? Just
All right, see, my name had a variation. I didn't change my name a bunch of times, right?
Right.
But President Nixon, right? I own everything that I do.
okay.
I operate everything that I do.
So it's only right that you.
I run everything that I do, and Nixon is my actual last name.
All right. So
Really
Stylez,
me.
how did you
It's
just
really
from
me.
flowing? Just
I mean, it's two different things. See, it started as Chris Styles.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's, my first name is Chris or whatever, and then Styles. It was like kind of a variation. It was between one of my favorite rappers, Styles P.
Okay.
And just the style of like me having different styles. I mean, I can give you street shit. I can give you something about ladies. I can give you. I mean, and then it's my style. Period. Like, you know what I'm saying. Like, people would call me Styles for different reasons. Like, so.
Right.
It went from Chris Style to C Styles because it was a few
Right,
Chris
exactly.
Styles out there. So I just had to shorten it. You know?
all right. Well, we appreciate your joining us. Give them the socials.
Oh, mine's is C Styles with a Z LL. And that's on everything, I think.
That's on everything?
Yeah, that's on Twitter. And
President Nixon, president with an A, not an I.
President with A. Genius, you want to give me your socials too?
That's fine.
He said, nah.
Thank you.
He said, nah, I'm cool, man.
Most important one is
Thank you.
shaded,
With the shades.
shaded by
Shaded by
genius.
genius.
we
We
definitely
forgot our shades today. It's cool. We, I'm saying, it's
Shaded
cool.
by jeans. What's
Hey, man,
I'm
listen.
already blind.
We appreciate y'all for, you know what I'm saying, for spinning the block on us, you know what I'm saying? We had like some
Anytime.
technical difficulties or whatever. But hey, like we always say, man, common sense ain't always common. So put a little bit more smarts in the world. If you need gear, Letsmakesenseofitpodcast.com, Letsmakesenseofitpodcast.com. If you want anything promoted on the show, you can hit our DM, Letsmakesenseofit_. You can email us. You know, a lot of people want to go the professional route, email us. So Letsmakesenseofitpodcast@gmail.com. You want to be a guest? Just DM us. We not doing a bunch of rappers. I'm gonna say that right now. I'm saying I know we got two rappers on here. You know what I'm saying? All of that. We not doing a bunch of
Blessed,
rappers.
man,
We
blessed.
not doing that. You know what I'm saying?
And
It's
you
just
we
don't always
appreciate
have to
y'all
have
for
a
sure.
business, but if you have a conversation,
yes.
maybe you want to come in and just chime in a little bit.
You want to come chop it up? with us.
That's fine too. We're gonna start our table talk. We're gonna start that, not the red table talk.
Yeah.
That's a
man.
table talk.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Just
We-
a few
we-
different minds, few different backgrounds.
We
We'll get
need
into
we
some
need an
stuff.
invite for the real conversation.
We're gonna try it. We're
gonna
gonna
need a
try it out.
referee, security guard.
I think it should be our first live episode. Like when we actually have people sit in. That should be our
We working.
We'll work on that.
We
But
working.
you know, it's 2023. We're trying some stuff.
We'll try. You know what I'm saying? You got to progress. If you ain't progressing, you staying
Get
still.
Love Jones wine.
LoveJonesWine.com. Hit that
Yes.
promo code SENSE,
I-
SENSE.
I need
Listen,
to talk to her about this white one because
she's going to be here next week, I believe. So we're going to talk to her. And then
this is serious.
listen, man. So,
Serious.
hey, man. And on
Yeah, she.
It's hot in here.
What's the name?
LoveJonesWine.com.
I need some of that.
LoveJonesWine.com.
Yeah, definitely need that.
Listen, we got the niggas is on over here. Listen, they thought that was just some regular, you know what I'm saying?
And this
Okay.
all we had is this and the strawberry. Like, yeah.
We
Listen,
hot.
man.
For sure.
Man, like I said, appreciate you for coming through. And on that note, us, the Bull Vance.
And I'm Ed.
Holla at y'all.
Bye.
Make it, baby. Make it make sense. Come on, make it, make it, make it, make it make sense. Come on, make it, baby. Make it make sense. Come on, make it, make it.